I want to commend the Union of Students in Ireland for the presentations that they're giving today around the challenges facing students and their families. As we enter into the time where students are finishing their Leaving Certs, the pressure is growing on students and families, and they have done this submission, "The crisis has never ended." And they look at the figures in terms of there being 235,644 students in Ireland in 2017 and 2018, and that's growing all the time. But yet the student grant recipient numbers have fallen by 4,022. And the reason for this is the ineligibility for many families to access grants and student grants. Now, that is combined with the ever-increasing costs of accommodation and other costs in relation to education. And what we're doing is we are making it extremely difficult for people, particularly people from marginalised communities or people who maybe come from homes that aren't conducive to students participating fully in education. And we need to look at the barriers that we are putting in place for all of those students. Also for the parents who are known as the JAMs now, the just about managing parents. For a parent with earning just over 39,000 a year with 3 children, that's gross income. One student may already be going to college. They may have 2, maybe even 3 students at college at the same time. It is impossible for those families who are just about managing to survive without getting further into debt. And I think it's reflected in the number of students with mental health difficulties and the way it has risen at a rate of 127% since 2014. Because the financial pressures that families are under, because of the bureaucracy and the intransigence of the student granting system and the low thresholds that are there, it needs to be examined. Now, my question is there a review being done on student grants, and what terms of reference is being done for that review? We have to have a situation where, say somebody is going to college, right? So say 5,000, say I know one parent in particular, they paid 5,000 for accommodation last year. They cannot allow that as expenditure when they are making an application to SUSI this year. It's counted as earned income. You know, it's crazy because it's not money that was there as in the household income. So what's allowed in terms of expenditure needs to be examined and needs to be looked at. And it is a really, really serious issue, because I don't want to live in a country or in a state where people are excluded from education. That's not what we are about. We have always valued education in this country, and we need to make sure that we value it, and that that value is reflected in the budget decisions that are made this year in terms of education and in terms of the review on the SUSI grant system.